Welcome back to the Biker Protocol YouTube channel. I'm Hollywood with Black Patch MC here in Las Vegas.
And I'm Picasso with the Eagle Riders MC, also here in Las Vegas.
And today we're talking about a certain comment we got from Rich Valentine 1972. Kind of dating yourself there, Rich.
Yeah, right.
I'll read it. I want to know your thoughts on let me start there. I want to know your thoughts on back patches on your cut. If you're not in an RC or an MC, what do you think is acceptable? Some examples: lone wolf patches, no patches at all, ride patches, location patches, ride pins, all these things, brand patches, victory patches.
Right. Harley, Victory, whatever. Indian. I see a lot of Indian.
Yeah.
There's a club I know, Indian riders.
Yeah, I mean, Harley's got the hog.
Hog, and yeah, sure, right.
So yeah, what's your thoughts on it?
Well, so a couple of things. So I think, first of all, if you're not affiliated with any club, I think the first thing you should be aware of is whatever you put on your back, right? And there's protocols for how patches go on your back with rockers, with the center patch, MC, RC, all MMs, all those different things mean things. So everything that goes on your back means something if you're affiliated with some sort of a club. If you are not, I think kind of the general consensus is don't try to make yourself look like a poser of another club, right?
Yeah.
So one of the things I find really interesting is we see this all the time, and it's a topic that comes up quite a bit, and we kind of laugh at it, is the guys that wear the lone wolf, solo rider patches, right? It's sort of stupid in a way because, I see those things for sale at every biker rally.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny.
Yeah, I know they kind of perpetuate the problem.
Right. And so, it's sort of like, if you don't want to be in a club, that's totally cool, but don't pretend like you're trying to be in a club by not being in a club, by declaring you're not in a club. It's just dumb.
I'm a lone wolf.
Yeah.
But I'm wearing the patch.
But I'm wearing a patches because I want to be part of the culture, but I don't want to put in the work to be part of the culture.
Yeah.
And that's really what you're saying. So the whole lone wolf thing, I think it's really ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think people that wear them, it's silly. I'll tell you the funny one was I have seen this. It was at, I think it was Street Vibrations, which is like a big motorcycle rally. It used to be really big and it's gotten kind of fallen apart over the years. But we were up there, a club went for a ride up there once, and I remember seeing 3 guys riding around with matching lone wolf patches. And I'm like,
Lone Wolf Club.
Right. So it's a lone wolf. So it's basically a bunch of guys that rode together that wanted to do something with a patch, but they wanted nothing to do with the actual getting a appraisal from another, approval. Thank you, from another club. They didn't want to go and prospect another, so they didn't want to do any of the work, but they want to look cool because they're lone wolves. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah. It's I would say if you want to put a patch on, that's fine. Don't make it look like a motorcycle club because that's, I don't know. I could be wrong here, but I feel like patches come from motorcycle clubs.
Yes.
Military motorcycle clubs. They're supposed to mean something, right? If you're going to do it, you want to have a lone wolf patch. Don't do that, but put something that's meaningful on there.
I mean, I wouldn't do like a lone wolf, and where it literally says lone wolf.
Yeah.
We'll put a graphic on the screen for this. But there, look, if you're like, let's say you're a Marine, right? You could put the Marine insignia on the back.
Well, that could be careful because there's Marine riders.
And there's a lot, but there's generic patches that you can buy, right? That don't look like they're club patches. There are generic patches you could buy for different military or even religious things. I've seen people have pinup, patches on the back. I have no affiliation with anything.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
I have a buddy that no club affiliation, but he's in the local union down in LA. And he just got a big IATSE symbol.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
No rockers, just IATSE though, because that's something it stands for.
Sure.
And it still has that resemblance. Anything you put on the back is gonna kind of be stealing away from the motorcycle club culture, but make it something that's personal.
It's really generic, right?
And, generic and not. Don't try to put the rockers on.
No, don't do any of that. Yeah.
But what about the hog riders and stuff like that? Those patches.
Well, but those are actually RCs, right? So they have a legitimacy to that.
Yeah.
And they've earned their dues, right? So no issue with that. And but again, they're an RC, right?
Yeah.
So no problems with that. I think what a lot of it comes down to is it's not even just the back patch, but it's also what you put on the front too.
Oh yeah.
So like we have a club patch on the front. You guys, right? So there's elements of that, but an American flag, perfect, great. And a lot of times we see people that are kind of no affiliated with anybody.
Yeah.
They put all their ride pins on their cuts.
Yeah.
They there's different kinds of, like, you see all the funny little quirky sayings. You go to any motorcycle rally, you'll see the patch vendors, and they've got a table with like 1,000 patches on them that say, I don't give a blank, and all the funny cutesy sayings and Second Amendment things, don't tread on me, and all that, and that's all cool. So if you want to put that stuff, if you're not affiliated with anybody, feel free to go crazy with it, right? And I've seen a lot of guys that'll have like 30 patches on their vest and 100 little ride pins. Totally cool. Like nobody's going to give you any grief for that, right? Because that's very personal. You're not declaring an affiliation or a territory or anything like that. No problem whatsoever.
And if you're hanging out with a bunch of people, riding with them, and you decide to put on a patch together, that is essentially starting a motorcycle club. No matter which way you look at it, if you're putting a patch that is all the same, you are now a group of people, which I think club, I don't know the full definition of club right offhand, but it's probably a similar definition of a group of people.
Right.
Getting together for a common thing, riding, whatever it might be. So don't think you're just putting on patches because we want to ride with a bunch of friends and look cool together, but that's essentially becoming a club. So now if you are seen, whether you have rockers or not, and a group of you are wearing the same patch, and we're not talking like you all have an American flag on it. That's obvious. We're talking lone wolf, whatever.
Right.
Other clubs are going to go, hey, are you guys a club here? What's going on? And they're gonna ask you a question.
Yeah, you're gonna be pulling into a gas station sometime. You got to be prepared to answer that. So
yeah. So and I, like at those the rallies, you find the presidents, the sergeant arms things, and you're like, do people actually buy these? Because I feel like I would hope most clubs get their patches made by their patch person, right?
Right.
But they're out there,
They're out there, and go look on eBay, man. You'll see a lot.
Oh yeah. Stuff, so I don't know if it's from China or not, or if I'm speaking out of terms, but you can find real clubs, like big clubs, old clubs, their exact patches, and buy them online. And
it's really scary, and it makes you wonder, like, what are these guys buying them for? Like, who would buy? I don't want to name names, right? But who would buy a patch from a major 1% club? Like, you think you're going to go out and wear that and nobody's going to notice? You want to hang that in your house? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, like maybe
there's cosplayers. Or
so like, cosplay now that kind of goes along the same lines of like this Sons of Anarchy thing, which has been beat on so death, much. But it's kind of the same thing. Like people get so upset of people wearing the Sons of Anarchy thing, and I get it because it's a patch and it was
I look at it to me, to our club, we just laugh at it and move on. Yeah, we couldn't care less. I've seen the videos of people like from 1% Club surrounding them. Here, take that off and all that. I couldn't care. Look, if you're going to wear that out in public, you're subject to all the ridicule that you get.
It's from the motorcycle.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, so like someone that might want to buy like a 1%ers patch that's fake on the internet. I'm not going to say it's a positive thing to do, but I could see them as like a collector's item in terms of like they like the Sons of Anarchy
tribute
show.
Or something.
Maybe you're buying the Sons of Anarchy stuff hanging on your wall in your man cave, and maybe you're buying it. It wouldn't. I'm not saying it's good, but that's where the only reason I could see why they would do that.
But when people wear it out, that's where it starts getting.
Yeah, definitely. If you better not get caught doing that, because everyone, especially in that world of 1%ers, everyone knows everyone. And you will get called out, and unfortunately,
really bad things can
might
happen.
not be in your favor.
Yeah.
So yeah, like if you want to wear patches, I think, like you said, ride pins, American flag, show your American spirit, and just don't put a patch on that resembles a club, because then you're just trying to be a club without being a club.
Right. And please don't buy these stupid lone wolf patches. Oh my God, they're just lamest things ever.
I'm coming in.
Yeah. Oh my God.
With I put those.
I put those. I think those are actually like lower on the chain than like the Sons of Anarchy, because the Sons of Anarchy people, that they're just losers and posers. I think with the lone wolf people, they're trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Without being cool, right? So they're like the mimes of the the motorcycle, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So just don't do it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm sure this could start a conversation for sure.
Yeah, if you've seen any of these people, please tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories about it. Especially if you've seen groups of lone wolf guys. That's just the funniest thing ever. Please tell us in the comments. And if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe this video. It really helps our channel out. Really helps support us and keep us moving and create more videos like this. And we love answering the questions from our viewers. So again, leave comments because we love answering questions like this one from Rich Valentine, 1972.
you.
So thanks for the question. Let's end with our shot.
I'm coming.
I got something special for you today. Yeah, we're changing this up. So every video I'm killing him with something here. So
I know. I'll get to choose eventually.
Oh, I'm going to share with you.
Fireball.
Oh, that was the bottle.
You can't mistake that. I can't say I hate it. I can't say
I can say I hate it, but I wanted to torture you with something. So
Oh.
thanks for watching our video today, guys. We will see you on the next one. Have a great day.